Hey everybody, it's Elizabeth Chicktar here. It is Talk to Me Tuesday for Wednesday, May 15th, 2019. I think I didn't film last week, but probably had gotten almost nothing done. This week's been a little more productive, and like I think a couple of others of you, May and June are going to be a little busy, especially May for me. So I don't know how much more I'll get done or post, but at least I'm here today. I made a little list to remind me what I wanted to say. So first off, here is the Fat Quarter Lotto box from Jennifer. Lovely. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Everything is amazing. Any of you guys who are ones who sent in, amazing. Good job. There's nothing bad in there. There's some wonderful things. Wouldn't even know where to begin to describe which things are exciting. They're all exciting. So I just haven't been able to really bring myself to put them away and in the rest of my stash, but I will soon when I feel like that's more important. But I've sort of just been enjoying having them in the box and remembering how great they are. Not sure. Yeah, I'm sure they'll just go into all kinds of different things, and maybe I'll remember to point out that they were Fat Quarter ones, maybe not. So that got that a couple weeks ago. So exciting. I was going to talk time before when I filmed about a new living room rug we got, just in case anybody hadn't heard about this or was at all interested. We moved into this house we're in now about a year ago, which is renting, but it's a bigger house than I had before and has more hardwood floors than we had before. So the living room is now in a room with hardwood floor where we used to have it in carpet. So finally got around to getting a rug. I ordered one from a place called Ruggable.com, and it's a rug where the padding is separate from the actual rug top. So that the point of that being that you can take just the top, that actual rug carpet part, and it fits into your home washing machine and dryer, and you can wash and dry it at home. So I wanted to try it out. It's not very expensive, and they seemed nice enough as much as I could tell online. So I ordered one. We tried it. I think this week I'll try editing a little bit and add some pictures. So I'll try to add a picture of it, hopefully at the end of the video or here. I don't know where. You'll see whether you see a picture or not. Laying it down and first getting it, I think we like it. The rug itself is, of course, in order to be thin enough that even though it's big, you can fit it in your washer. They say that even the 8-foot by 10-foot size you can fit in your washer. I think I just got the 5-foot by 7-foot size, or 6 by 8, something similar to that. But they say even their 8 by 10 one, you can fit the rug into your home washing machine. So to a standard home washing machine. So anyway, in order for that to be possible, it's not very plush. It doesn't have like a great soft scooshy nap that you would enjoy, like scooshing with your toes and all that. It's just pretty flat to the touch, not super soft. It's soft enough. It's just not quite industrial, but kind of like that. And so it's maybe not like super awesome for like crawling around, or if you have a lot of big family gatherings, people sit on the floor a lot. It's not that kind of a rug maybe, but or if you need a lot of cushioning, you might have to have like an extra padding. The padding that's there is nice, but laying it down worked super well. The rug itself, the padding layer is sticky on the floor side, and then just a little bit grippy, not quite Velcro-y, but kind of on the top side that you then lay the rug against. So nothing has slipped at all since we laid it down. It just stayed exactly where we put it. That's been very nice, because I've in the past definitely had cheaper rugs that did move around and shift. So this is great. I didn't have to buy extra additional grippy stuff to put under it or anything. So far we really like that. I haven't yet had it long enough for it to be dirty and wash it, but since we have cats and we're kind of messy people anyway, I don't not don't like to clean a lot, not one of those people, so my house can get pretty messy, so I'm definitely excited about the ability to maybe wash it when I need to. So I'll certainly kind of let everybody know how that goes. I'm looking forward to finding out in a few months or so, probably how it goes. So that is the rug I was going to talk about. I did get a little Star Trek progress done this week. Maybe more than a little. It feels like a lot because they were some of the complicated blocks. This is from row 5. I got the these little, old-timey airplanes, war era airplanes done from Star Trek Enterprise. And then got the big Star Trek Enterprise section done from that same row. And he's shooting over here, and it's shooting at those military planes, right? And then the very last end section on the row will be this, it's the Xindi weapon. It's kind of like a Death Star in that series. So that's the last thing on the row. You actually had an option. You could do a planet or this, and so I decided to do this, and I think it turned out cute. I really like it. Cute. You shouldn't call a Death Star cute, but I just did. So I'm excited about the Star Trek progress. That finishes off row 5. So I only have one more row to go. Row 6, the current show that's on TV now. And then, of course, decide about sashing and borders and put those together. But that's still, since I'm making 2 at a time, I've made 2 of every single one of these blocks. I feel like it's a ton of progress. I'm very excited about that. And let's see. And the other thing I got done was I made a few of these fabric picture frames. So this is a project I've been working on for years, just in sort of big batches when I get the urge. So I, like a lot of people, it's always been my intent to sort of have a picture wall of family and friends. Lots of pictures all grouped together, maybe even kind of close, lots of pictures all close together of family and friends. And at some point I saw this pattern for making these fabric frames in a little book I had, and I got kind of obsessed with the idea and made a whole bunch. They're all different, totally different fabrics. If it looks wonky, that's because it is in fact kind of wonky. The slivers of fabric, these just hold a picture in, right? So the picture, you just slide it in to this open space, and these are sort of flanged. But these flanges that frame the picture, they are in fact intended to be off kilter. They're diagonal, they're a little bit crooked on all sides. And so if you don't know it's intentional, I realized after I'd made a whole ton of them that some of them, it isn't obvious that it's intentional. Luckily, since there's a whole bunch of them grouped on the wall, I think it becomes more obvious that it's crooked on purpose. But it might have helped if I made the crooked more intense, perhaps, like a bigger difference in the angle or something. But I just kind of did so many all at once that they mostly all look like these. But so I have a whole bunch of these already done and on the wall. And what I like, one of the things I love about them is you can make them in any size at all to fit any picture that you have. So if you want to trim and cut your photos to awkward, you don't have to go print, crop it on your computer, then take that and go print it again at a normal place to be 4x6 or 5x7 or will fit a picture frame. These I can make even if like this one, you can see is very narrow. I wanted to trim out some of the extra space in stuff and only have really the parts I really wanted of the picture, and it can do that if I make my own frame. It doesn't take too terribly long. It does have stabilizer inside of it, and then I still added a piece of cardboard on the back to make them stiffer. And the pictures, when I put them in, I laminate them so that I can then dust them or sort of wipe across them to clean them, and nothing will get hurt in the picture itself. So I made a few more of these, and I just tend to pick out of my stash fabrics two fabrics I feel like they go together. And sometimes I'm right. I think this one the yellow goes really good with this red flowery fabric. But other times, sometimes they're not so cute. Not that this is an example of a bad one, but but sometimes some of my choices have been awkward, and I still put them on the wall. um, and I did this cute little, it's puppy paws, and so I put the puppy in it. So I got like 4 or so, I guess that was 4 of those done, and I'm planning to do some more. So I keep moving on that project. Just kind of pulled it out, and I'll do it while I'm into it, and maybe put it away again. There's always more pictures that I want to put up. I'm pretty slow about this project. It's just over years. Maybe in 10, 20 years it'll be done. So I did the Star Trek, I did that, and the last thing as far as sewing finish is that I wanted to talk about is that I entirely finished and gifted away that red and white wedding quilt. So this is the one that was 15 years old, and I finally just remade it entirely starting a couple years ago, and have quilted it kind of since I've been doing this with you guys. Finished the binding, and I washed it on Sunday, I think, and took pictures of it, and then I could not wait. Of course, I could not wait to give it to her. So like Sunday night, as soon as it was washed, and I knew it looked okay, and thankfully the red white fabrics didn't bleed or anything, because I'm not a pre-washer of fabric, which I guess I takes my chances, but so far it's worked out. So that luckily went well, and so I couldn't wait. I had to call our friend and see if she was free for me to come by and bring her something. So on Monday night, went over to her house and dropped off this quilt, and it was wonderful. She was perfect. She was excited. She did remember that I had said I was making a quilt for her, and in fact it had crossed her mind a couple times over the 15 years, and she sort of assumed she was never getting that quilt, but not in a mean way. She's the sweetest person in the world. And so yeah, it worked out. She was very excited. She petted it. She's not a particularly crafty person at all. I think she maybe knows how to crochet. I think maybe once a long time ago I taught her to crochet a little bit, but she doesn't love that kind of thing. So she extra appreciates, things, and so she was petting it and said it was just beautiful, and she was very excited to have it. It sounded like she would use it and not just put it away and never use it. Like she would use it, but at the same time she really wanted to protect it. She does have dogs, and was kind of talking about how their sharp claws and being a little worried about them digging into things. So I told her I would certainly try to repair anything, and I really wanted her to use it. So I think they will. So that's, for me, I don't finish like a ton of quilts a year. So for me, having 2 quilts done already this year is pretty good. And so that's 2 out of the 4 that I really want to finish this year. So not bad. It's May. And so even if I can't get any sewing done for a few weeks, I'll still be ahead of the game when I get back on it. I think we're going to make it. I'm very excited. So that's how this is. I have family coming in town. My stepdaughter is coming into town this weekend for a week. And we have a graduation I have to go to on Sunday all day. There'll be family in town, so we'll be visiting, and yeah, so this week will be pretty busy. I probably won't get any of my own personal sewing done for the next week and a half, but that's okay, because it'll always be here waiting for me, and definitely want to see the family. That's more important. So hope you guys have a good crafty sewy week, or good family stuff instead, or household stuff, whatever you need to get done.